What's good, YouTube? DM Gaming here, guys. In today's video, I want to talk about how you can get the most out of Road to Glory mode and really get the best start possible. And in order to do that, guys, you're gonna have to understand how real football works, how real recruiting works, how scheme fits and things like that work. So if you're new to the channel, do me a solid, hit the like button. Guys, subscribe, help us to reach 50,000 subscribers. Also, please leave a like and share the video. Guys, that does so much for the channel's reach. And it's a big thank you. If you want to give me a thank you for making this content and helping the weight less bearable, then there you go. Also, we will be live streaming. They're doing a live gameplay of College Football 26 on Monday at 10 a.m. So we will be live streaming that on the channel to check that out. So as far as looking at the Road to Glory, okay, I've slept on it, and I'm excited for Road to Glory this year. Actually, I'm happy that we got another camera angle. I love that generic camera angle that I get in Dynasty mode, especially if I'm playing offense, like a running back or quarterback position. Another thing is the high school part. Now, a lot of people are bummed out about it not being 5 full games or even a full season for that matter. However, their goal is to get us into the college playing experience as fast as possible. Now, guys, you got to be dumb if you don't believe that in the future we will have those full games. They know we want that stuff and things of that nature. Even thinking back when we very first got high school in college football, it started out very minimal. I mean, it wasn't like playing moments, but I think it started out where we were just in our local state, in our state's playoff game. And then it gravitated to where it got to be a full season. And then you even got the choice to play just the playoffs or a shorter season or whatever the case may be. So it's going to evolve. It just takes time, whatever. So, but I don't want to stray too far off topic, guys. To get the best start in college football 26 in Road to Glory, guys, you're going to have to first of all be aware of the archetype that you choose. Okay, be aware of the archetype you choose. Number two, you're going to have to pay attention to what's going on in the college football landscape, because the season, guys, it's not like kind of like your old ones where, hey, I'm starting, like right now, I start Road to Glory and they essentially skip the high school part and put you into the 2025 or the 2024 season. No, the 2025 season is going to be going on in the background while you're playing your high school career. Does that make sense? So it's not like you're going to be playing through high school from last year and joining the college football ranks this year. No, the 2025 season is going to be operating in the background as you're playing your high school Road to Glory. And that's significant because that's something you're going to have to pay attention to, which is my number two, is the depth charts of the team that you want to be on. You know what I'm saying? If you're trying to play quarterback, I would pay attention to the schools you're most interested in and see what their depth charts are looking like. You know, coaches can move, coaches can go to different schools. That's equally important, which is my number three, the coach and the scheme fit. Okay, so backtracking to number one, because I want to go into detail about this. It all comes together to form a bigger picture that's going to give you a better look at or a better start, if you will. So your archetype is going to matter. How do all three of these things fit in together? The archetype, the position, as well as the school. Well, guys, your archetype is really the key that drives the engine. Because if I'm trying to go to, say, University of Texas, they run a pro style offense, they're not necessarily, if I'm trying to play quarterback, they're not necessarily going to be looking for a run type quarterback. If I'm a running quarterback, the schools like Army and Navy and teams that run a lot of option and power option and option spread teams are probably more likely going to be interested in you. Doesn't mean that Texas can't recruit me or that Texas wouldn't offer me a scholarship. But more likely, you're probably going to have to be a 5-star quarterback in order for that to happen. So your archetype is going to matter, okay? The depth chart, once again, we're simulating the 2025 season by playing high school, so we'll be coming into the 2026 season. So Arch Manning will still be at Texas. That's going to be very important if I'm trying to play quarterback. I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to ride the bench and really work my way into the depth chart. So Pay attention to your archetype. Pay attention to the depth chart of the team that you're going to. If I'm playing running back and I want to go to Oregon, is their running back a senior? If so, they could be very well looking for a running back. You also want to pay attention to that depth chart and see how many players of that position will be returning the next year. This is going to be very important because it's going to dictate if the school that you're interested in is going to be going after multiple people at the same position. If they are, this is going to create a battle and it's going to be tough. This is also going to affect recruiting because you're not going to be able to just sit back and wait till the last minute to try to get signed. Guys, a lot of people want to do that hat ceremony. The only way to do that is if you haven't committed to a school by the end of the season, then your top 3, you're going to do the hat ceremony. That's a big risk versus a big reward in that if you try to wait it out and do the hat ceremony, you can run the risk of missing out on a scholarship altogether because if another player at your position commits to that school, the school that you're looking at could revoke the scholarship offer if you even have one. And if you don't have one, they can raise the tape score that you need in order to get that scholarship. So not to mention your NIL stuff. And yes, NIL is in the game, not money-wise, but by perks and things like that, including skill points. That is also a thing. And the better that you do, a school can give you an upgraded skills package or an upgraded NIL. I might just call them NIL deals. They're going to give you an updated NIL deal. And then if you start doing bad, that can be downgraded as well as your scholarship being pulled altogether. The thing about it is, if you wait too long trying to have that beautiful hat ceremony or trying to get the best possible NIL deal from a school, then you run the risk of them signing somebody else and you missing out entirely trying to chase the money, if you will. Does that make sense? So it's important. Now, people will say, well, I could just commit early and I'll be locked in. That is true, but if you improve on your game, you're not going to get those boosts. It locks it in for the good and it locks it in for the bad as well. It's kind of the downside of it. So you can lock in week 3 of the season or whatever, but what's going to happen is, let's say you start balling out the last 2 games and say you're a 3-star and you rise to a 5-star. Guess what? You're not going to get those boosts from that team. In order to do that, you would have to decommit from the school that you're looking at. But it comes with its drawbacks. If you decommit, then they're going to raise the tape score and make it harder for you to obtain that scholarship again. It's very, very intricate, guys, and it's very risk versus reward. Do you take these chances and things of that nature? The biggest thing that I can tell you, okay, is that you need to pay attention to the scheme of the team that you're trying to go to. A lot of people just want to play quarterback or running back or whatever for their favorite team, and they don't consider that, oh, I want to be a power back, but you're playing in a speed scheme that passes the ball a lot. You know what I'm saying? That's not going to be very good for you. It's going to make it harder. Once again, they could not even offer you at all simply because you don't fit that particular scheme. Okay, so let's make sure that we're fitting those schemes. If you're going to a spread offense and you're playing running back, you probably want to be either an elusive back, but at best, I would say be a receiving back because spread teams tend to utilize the running back in the passing game. Okay, so take those things into account. They are very, very important. Another thing that we want to think about whenever we're playing our road to glory, going through high school, getting ready for college and things of that nature is your school and the type of level that they play. So one example that we saw that we looked at in the live stream was that Texas's offense is an aggressive offense. And so they're going to call you out, whenever you're picking your plays, your moments, okay? Something that you can do, guys, to impress these schools and get their attention is to pick the moments that are going to align with that school. If Texas is an aggressive style offense, that means that they're going to take shots down the field. They're going to try to stretch the field. So when you're picking your moments, pick more aggressive things. Hey, instead of picking that moment that gets, go for 10, pass for 10 yards or pass for 20 yards, pick the moment that says, hey, throw a bomb downfield for 50 yards or throw a touchdown pass on X amount of plays or something to that effect. And then we even saw that in the Road to Glory deep dive, and that was mind-blowing because we were literally talking about that and then read along and found out, bang, that is actually a deal. So this is going to be very, very important that you pay attention to the school, that you're going to. You pay attention to the scheme that they run. Pay attention to the offensive and defensive aggressiveness and things of that nature. They're putting that information there for a reason. It ain't for shits and giggles. It's there for you to get the edge on the school that you are trying to go to. Okay. And if you do these things and you follow this roadmap that I've laid out for you guys, you are going to put yourself in the best position possible to get the highest NIL deals possible, as well as get the school that you want to really look at you as opposed to the other schools. This is extremely important, and it does follow through dynasty mode as well. But, you know, I just wanted to give people this bit of information because some people are going to go in to Road to Glory thinking that it was like it was last year, or thinking how it was in 14 where, hey, as long as I'm a 5-star, the school that I want to go to is going to recruit me. No. That's not the case. Also, you still have those questions from last year that's going to dictate schools even being interested from you from the jump. So if you want Texas, say, to be interested in you from jump, you probably want to pick a school that has a good conference, or, you know, when the interviewer is asking you, let them know, I want to go to a school that plays in a strong conference and has a chance at the national championship and to go pro. Those are the schools like your Georgia, your Alabamas, your Texas, your Oregons that are going to be interested in you off top. If you're just trying to look for an education, hey, then look for schools like Stanford, you know what I'm saying, to be more interested in you. But all in all, guys, I am excited for the high school portion of Road to Glory. I don't like that it's only 5 games with moments. I would prefer for it to be a full game. But looking at the other stuff, we haven't even had that in 14. So eventually, they are going to mold those things together, guys. You're going to be able to play a full season, and you're going to have the recruiting thing as well. It's going to be a really dope experience. I'm excited for it. I'm going to be checking out Road to Glory this year, which I really didn't play much, if any of it, last year, because of the camera angle and because of the lack of content in a sense. So let me know what y'all think down in the comment section down below. That's all I got for right now, y'all. Till next time, thanks for watching. Peace.